Well, US President Donald Trump has confirmed that US has resumed talks with the Taliban. He made the announcement during his surprise visit to Afghanistan to celebrate Thanksgiving with US troops. He said that the Taliban wants to make a deal as the peace negotiations are underway. Trump also reaffirmed that he wants to reduce the American troop presence in Afghanistan to 8,600, down from about 13,000. Here's more.
President Donald Trump made a surprise Thanksgiving visit to the US troops in Afghanistan on Thursday and said he believed in Taliban insurgents would agree to a ceasefire in America's longest war.
Taliban wants to make a deal. We'll see if they want to make a deal. It's got to be a real deal, but we'll see. But they want to make a deal. And they only want to make a deal because you're doing a great job. That's the only reason they want to make a deal.
Trump's visit was his first to Afghanistan since becoming the president and came a week after a prisoner swap between Washington and Kabul that has raised hopes for a revival of peace agreement. Taliban leaders said the group has again been holding meetings with senior US officials in Doha since last weekend, adding they could soon resume formal peace talks.
And since then, we've hit them so hard. They've never been hit this hard. In the history of the war, they have never been hit this hard. And they want to make a deal. So we'll see what happens. If they make it, fine. If they don't make it, that's fine. We're going to be able to do everything we're doing and actually more. And at the same time, we're bringing down the number of troops substantially. But we're able to, because of the weaponry and all of the things that we have in place, we can do actually more damage with even fewer troops. So we're bringing it down very substantially, and we'll be down at a number that's a good number, and we're going to stay until such time as we have a deal or we have total victory.
The Air Force One presidential plane touched down at the sprawling Bagram airfield with White House National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien, a small group of aides and Secret Service agents, and a pool of reporters. Trump met the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and served turkey to some US troops before sitting down to eat Thanksgiving dinner with them. He chatted and had his picture taken with some of the US forces deployed there. Trump has long wanted to end US involvement in Afghanistan since his days as a presidential candidate, as well as in other protracted overseas conflicts, and to force allies to pay more of the cost that he says fall disproportionately on American taxpayers.
Well, we'll give you those numbers later, but we'll get down to a certain number. I'm not sure I want to give you that number, to be honest, but it's a very big difference. But because of new weaponry and technology, we're able to do actually more with fewer troops.
You had mentioned 8,600. Is that not the number?
That's the number that people are talking about, yes.
And is that the number you're talking about?
Yeah, it is, for now. And then we can do much further than that.
There are currently about 13,000 US forces as well as 1,000 of other NATO troops in Afghanistan. The US military says it can go down to 8,600 troops and still carry out an essential counter-terrorism mission in a country where both Al-Qaeda and Islamic State fighters would continue to pose a threat even after any Taliban peace deal. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.